Hey Tim, it's nice for you to come in and talk to us today. We're sitting in a spot that we usually don't get to see the field from, but we had a pretty good game out here on Saturday, right?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We just want to ask you a couple things kind of about you and the team. As far as your game on Saturday, you had some big game. You had a big game and you had some big career highlights. You became the first player in Weber history to get over 3,000 yards receiving. How did that feel? How did that make you feel?
I guess it makes me feel good. It just shows the accomplishment of our team. You know, first guy ever, and that just means we got a great line, great quarterback, and you know they're out there doing their job. So then I can do mine, and you know that's what the records are. Is when you get a good team and everybody put everything together.
Right. We were kind of talking earlier. Did it mean a lot to your family more than you, or would you say it's both?
I think it's both, but I don't know. My mom, she loves that kind of stuff, and she'd been talking about it for a while after I broke just the normal record, and she's just like, you have this many yards left, and at the Eastern Washington game, they're doing the countdown and stuff, and she told me after the game when everyone said I had broken it, she's like, I think you're 2 yards short. She's like, I was calculating all your yards and da-da-da. And so she ended up being right, and so I don't know, she liked it a lot. It was nice to do that for them and have them be proud of me and stuff.
Yeah. And speaking of being 2 yards short, so you were 2 yards short coming into the game. Was it on your mind like, oh, I want to get a big catch for a touchdown to break the record, or did you just say, I just got to get a catch?
Yeah, I kind of wanted a big one. I didn't just want a 2 yard route just to get it. I talked to you a little bit earlier about, like, the whole week I was kind of thinking about, like, the best situation that could happen, and I always dreamt about just, like, scoring the touchdown, getting it, and that was it. And that's what happened. My dreams came true, and I liked it. It was a good way to do it.
Yeah, it was. When you caught the pass, though, it was a short pass at first.
Yeah.
So were you thinking, oh, I got to take this to the house because I'm almost there, but I'm not quite?
I think it was a third down, so I was more focused on just getting a first down. And you know, I knew the ball was coming to me the way the corner and safety lined up, and so I just tried to get out and get open, and ended up getting around a couple guys and got in the end zone.
All right. So that's a great accomplishment for you. Another thing that happened in the game with you was a 95-yard punt return, Big Sky record. How did that feel?
I was cool. I didn't know it was 95 yards until someone on the sideline told me I was like within the 5 yard line. I was like, looked back at him all confused, and it was funny because I went out there. I thought I lined up like about on the 20 to 15 yard line, and usually we don't go past the 10. And I know he kicked the line drive, and I just backed up. I didn't think that much, and I could hear Coach Cook is just yelling, "You got time! You got time! You got time!" So I don't really remember hearing much until like I went through the first wave of guys and started breaking out, and I think the crowd saw how much field was open and that you guys were down there, and I could just hear them start getting really loud and louder and louder, and then I was just thinking, I was like, oh crap, don't mess up, don't fall. And so I don't know, I think it got my heart going and made me run a little harder. That's the story.
When you did end up catching it, when you looked up, did you see right away that you were going to be able to do something with it, or did you feel like, oh, I got to make a couple moves here?
I mean, I felt you always have to make a couple moves because the way they close in everything, and you know, our blockers are set up, and I went one way, came back, and there's a little hole open, so I just went straight. And when I came out, everybody was either behind me or they were covered up, so I was just running as hard as I could. And it was nice to see this time that we had you and Caldwell out there to block that kicker for me. So I want to get taken down by him and get made fun of all week and every day after that.
Right. Did it make you tired running 95 yards, or were you all right?
See, during it, like when I was running, I didn't feel tired. You know, I slowed up at the end. I don't know, I just kind of slowed up because I didn't really need to sprint anymore. But as soon as I crossed the line and stopped and gave the ball to the ref, I was just kind of, just my breath was gone, and I was pretty tired after that. Just kind of giving everybody like, good job, yeah.
Yeah. So that was a great play. Congratulations on that record too.
No, it's all you.
Oh.
Blocking that kicker for me.
And as far as the overall team coming up this week, we play at Northern Colorado. I mean, as Coach Mack had told us, it's kind of a trap game. Do you feel like our team at all is looking forward to Montana and not focus on this week?
I don't think so. I haven't been around everyone. I haven't heard anything about Montana this week. We haven't. Everyone's focused on Northern because, you know, when you take things for granted, you lose. Montana State, we took things for granted. We took for granted how much talent we had, and we didn't come out and play the best game. And, you know, I think people now realize that. Like, it's every game is a must-win. Every game is you have to give your best effort, or like you'll lose to anybody.
Right. And speaking of the Montana State loss, after that we went and we pretty much, dominated the Eastern Washington game and Sac State. Do you think that loss woke our team up, or do you think it just made us pissed, or both?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, pretty upset because we lost, and that wasn't our team that was actually playing out there, but also an eye-opener just because, you know, we're like, oh, we are beatable in the Big Sky, and, you know, we have the talent, but we still have to come out and play the game, and that will determine the winner. And so EWASH and the last game, Sacramento State, I think we've had that mindset, and I think we're going to keep that mindset for the rest of the year.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out and talking to us, Tim. We got to go to practice now, so we better get going.
All right.
All right, Tim.
First quarter scoreless game. Cameron across the middle, caught Tim Toone. Tim Toone on the run. Tim Toone at the 10, at the 5, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Tim Toone, and he goes over 3,000 yards receiving in his career, the first Wildcat receiver to ever say that.